Counting the days from Monday to Monday, there are 8 days. Each day I documented with a picture. Today it was the day of the 3 Holy Kings. I think in English you call it Epiphany. In Switzerland there is this tradition with this cake, and somewhere in it there is a little plastic king. The one who happens to find it in the mouth while eating the cake becomes king for the day. This year it happened to be me. That is your corner on Ekamai. Last week was a week of getting back home where the soul has not arrived, still traveling from one reality into the other. I developed this picture in my darkroom. At first I was disappointed as there is so much darkness in the picture. But there is soul, even in the black.
Making this involved various processes, putting the photo you sent last week on tracing paper, piercing pinholes to remind myself of the corner and the crossroads. I've been stopping and looking at the corner from where you photographed it, and I see it with a fresh eye. And even though it is always busy here, the silence from your image, the soul of the darkness you speak of, takes over.
Definitiv lanciert so auf dem Kappelplatz Luzern. Halleluja!
Isabel met a troublesome doctor. He punched and he poked till he really shocked her. The doctor's talk was of coughs and chills. The doctor's satchel bulged with pills. The doctor said unto Isabel, swallow this, it will make you well. Isabel, Isabel, didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream or scurry. She took those pills from the pill concoctor, and Isabel calmly cured the doctor.
This is a little bit about magic, but it is more about playing outside the house on a sunny late afternoon.
I had plans to do some things at the weekend, go swimming with Savini, sit for meditation with Marisa, sort out books that are sitting on the floor, but somehow none of that happened. Today, I find myself sidestepping and juggling things that I must do whilst my mind is occupied with writing a proposal. It's like dancing with words and reading between lines to express myself fully.
I was walking along the narrow alleys of Venice, imagining what a dog might see when he sees himself in a mirror, when out of a sudden this cat came flying down the sky and dropped right in front of me.
I came across the last Shah of Iran's grave in a mosque in Cairo. Talking about records of journeys, whether written, drawn, photographed, or filmed, I send you this passage from one of Herodotus' travel records about ancient Egypt. Herodotus writes, "The bones still lay there, those of the Persian dead separate from those of the Egyptian, just as they were originally divided. And I noticed that the skulls of the Persians are so thin that the merest touch with a pebble will pierce them, but those of the Egyptians, on the other hand, are so tough that it is hardly possible to break them with a blow from a stone." I was told, very credibly, that the reason was that the Egyptians shave their heads from childhood, so that the bones of the skull is hardened by the action of the sun.
This house for bones is situated in a place called Leuk. In the Middle Ages, when there was no space left in the cemetery, old graves got opened up and the skulls and thigh bones got shifted into a space below the church. The wall built with those bones is about 19 meters long and 3 meters deep. As a student, I used to work as a waitress just across the piazza from this site, and more than once I heard a customer saying to the other, "Fremde kommet." But actually, it was just a tourist.
Hello, Lena. Hello. Hello. Last week I came across this very tall ladder made from bamboo. It was propped up against the electric wires above the street.
This Monday, this week, it is about looking for a structure. Snakes and Ladders, in German we call it Leiterli-Spiel, is a popular board game mostly played among children. There are no possibilities for decisions nor for interaction between the players. Last 2 years I was moving in structures given from outside. There were rules and there was a name and there was an end.
On my way, we'll leave for the airport at midnight tonight, stepping over from Monday into Tuesday and arriving to see you. For today, I send you this. From January, when you were here and gave me this lovely calendar, to now marking days we will spend together and work to bring our exhibition at WTF Gallery.
First, I take some flowers of yarrows. This is loved by sheep and it looks a bit beautiful, but is also a tiny bit bitter. Then I'm including eyebright. Of course, it's best for eyes, but it looks so nice and is so sweet that it could add to our food as well, and going straight to our eyes. There is the widow flower. Again, beautiful single pieces of it, and now some color starts to be added. Of course, it's called widow flower because the ingredients are good for women in her later age. Most important is St. John's wort, because everybody knows already that these flowers enlight our life whenever we need it. Enlight it. What we didn't see yet has been berry catchflies. You see these crops? And of course, they are very beautiful. And what we have plenty all around here are these willow herbs. And you can eat the whole plant, but the flower makes our salad most beautiful.